Good morning, and I'd like to thank all the organizers of this great event for inviting us. We represent a great country in Northern Africa. First, I'd like to present Algeria. Algeria is a country which is located between Tunisia and to the east, and Morocco is on the west, and in the north of Africa, and facing the Mediterranean. It has over 2 million square kilometers and 48 million people, just about as Argentina. However, challenges are really significant for our country. For this reason, we're here to present grains, listening to the new and the latest developments in the wheat sector. Mr. Beladi, who is the General Director of the Algerian Bureau of Grains, apologizes for not being here. The seasons in Algeria started, and they need to be taken care of, and that's why I'm here representing my country. This presentation involves 5 different sections. The first section is about grains in Algeria, which is 3 to 3.5 million hectares with low potential. We have almost 2 million hectares that receive less than 80 millimeters of rain. This is really low compared to Argentina. The isolated band accounts for 45% of the grains area, and it's pretty dry. These are the plains, and this requires a lot of water. The second area, the second region that covers 400 millimeters, the yields is impacted, and this requires more irrigation. We need to have over 300 millimeters, and if you look at our geography, the most part of it is in the south. It's usually arid, and without total irrigation, then crops are not possible. So the main problem is crops due to the lack of irrigation or rain. Secondly, there are many we require then farmers to grow hard and soft wheat, and this in a way aligns with the international market, so they grow more soft and hard wheat, and this is paid, $380, and this is the metric ton of the soft wheat is $325, and subsidies or loans are given, which is the season loan and the investment loans. There's also a production loan particularly to buy irrigation equipment, planting collective forage, and other subsidies that are in place are the following. For example, the multiplication of crops. Farmers are encouraged to grow, for example, oats, and the procurement of monoculture and the use of seeds. Also, the support in stocking facilities or stocking infrastructure. This is for seed growers. This second chapter involves many facilities, and the Argelian state works hard in order to make investments in grains. Then it's the results of the new agricultural policy, the evolution of grains production between 2000 and 2008 was 2.8 million tons, which is really low. But since 2009 up to last year, you can see an evolution in 4.7 million, so there's an increase of 68% since the implementation of the new policies. But this is not enough, since there is a great need for the population, and so we need to make greater effort. The evolution of the grains yield in 2000 was 1.1 per hectare, and in 2018, 2.1 ton per hectare. But it is still below the expectations of local farmers. Case of the implementation of a new set of policies, efforts in terms of research, training, education, and communication, and this allows for a significant evolution of the yields, which is doubled between 2000 and 2018. And there is stability in terms of production levels. Before, the difference was between around 1 million tons from one season to another. Evolution of production of fertilizers. OAIC produces over 315,000 tons through 3,000 farmers in over 170,000 hectares. Other evolutions or progresses, the evolution of fertilizers is 8 times higher than in 2009. The use of pesticides, 42 supply units of motor culture have been created, particularly tractors and other materials, to avoid to mechanize or in the crops. The National Park of Machines, there were over 10,000 machines. These are grains cooperatives, which are connected with the Bureau of Grains in order for farmers to have access to loans. There's also a security program with the support of water mitigation systems that will reach 60,000 hectares. The perspectives, future perspectives in terms of grains is the modernization and and having all of the key players organize to develop the technology for irrigation, to have more areas irrigated, thereby increasing yields and reabsorbing water. 2.5 million of hectares in addition to the current grains. So we'll have a total surface of 6 million hectares. Dry legumes are appropriate crops to absorb this water. The support of our new mixed association between France and Argelia is to help to increase the variety of grains in the south, since the south is very low, and this is an assessment of the potential grains area, 1.2 million thousand hectares. The rainfall there is over 400 millimeters per year. Through the adoption of production techniques and new better performing qualities, Argelia subscribed to a very ambitious program in order to develop new storage facilities. This program involves an additional capacity of 8.2 million, 9 silos that which have been built already, and there are 30 metal silos that are under construction to increase capacity. Organization of we have an organization in place, specific grains committees that are in charge of communication, also, and this is for education, for research and communication or publication. Finally, this is future projections for 2035, production of 7.6 million tons of grains against an average of 4.7 million tons between 2009 and 2018, 1 million hectares of grains to be irrigated for 2035, particularly thanks to better mobilization of underground water and self-sufficiency in durum, wheat and barley in the short term, and also considering all of the climate issues. In 2012 there was a climate campaign, and so there are issues regarding climate differences in Algeria. There's active participation as regards the World Food Day to achieve zero starvation in 2030. So in summary, I'd like to say that Argelia is still a great importer of soft wheat, but we want to reach a short-term goal, which is self-sufficiency in soft wheat and barley, which is not really difficult to achieve. We have soft wheat already, and which is, however, the weak point is still soft wheat, because we are at 80% of our needs, since most of it is imported. However, Argelia will need new technology and the support of Argentina, for example, which is a great country and has a lot of experience in soft wheat. For this, we're looking forward to important collaboration or joint work in the coming years. Thank you very much.